It's official. Millennials are on a killing spree.
Double kill. Killing spree. Monster kill. Godlike.
Legendary.
But now there's one more thing millennials and those pesky little zoomers are about to kill. Amtrak? Yep, it's true. To some extent, we're being blamed for killing the beloved dining cars of Amtrak. To quote Amtrak's head of customer experience, Peter Weilander, to the Jeff Bezos Post, quote, "Some people, especially our new millennial customers, don't like it so much. They want more privacy. They don't want to feel uncomfortable sitting next to people." First of all, I don't know which millennials you're talking about. I mean, maybe that guy, but hey, most of us are fine. Now personally, I love the feel of the dining cars and the experience you get. It's an awesome place to be and meet new people and families and get to talk about your trips and about life in general. You know, instead of being uncomfortable, sitting next to other people without privacy. If you love dining cars, the freedom to stretch your legs, and making America's trains great again, hit that like button and subscribe. We are getting close to 20,000 subscribers. And if we get there soon, I'm going to have a surprise for all of us. It's going to be great. So make sure you like and subscribe. So let's be honest about the dining car deletion. It's a cost-cutting measure. And Amtrak is expecting the move will save them about $2 million, which, you know, compared to big companies and the federal government, it's very small change, but Amtrak has always been that guy in the middle who's been stabbed in the front by one political party and in the back repeatedly by the other. But that's not the end of the problem. See, Amtrak has had major issues running an actual passenger line service since its inception. Yes, way before that one dude snorted coke down the length of the Viewliner. And this isn't the first time they played with cutting the dining car. This was recently back during the Obama administration. In its close to 50 years of being in service, Amtrak has not once made a profit. Until maybe now, as its current chairman is trying to rectify. Former CEO of Delta Airlines, Richard Anderson. Now, you guys know me. I'm not a fan of American airline companies, but Delta Airlines is probably the only one I've had zero problems with whenever I fly with them, and most people agree. But Richard Anderson is still the CEO of an American airline company, and we know what airlines do. Cut everything, especially the food, down to the last olive. Heck, they may even cut the oxygen and charge extra.
Welcome aboard,
Oh,
and thank you for flying United today.
What did I say? They'd actually do it! Oh God, no! No! Okay. Here's the reality though. Airlines, to some extent, are cheap for what you're getting. Sure, you may be cramped in that can, next to Sniffles McCoffer and a sweaty Kurt Eichenwald looking at, you know, the stuff on his phone. And yes, prior to getting on, you had your constitutional rights and your junk violated. Hopefully not by Kurt Eichenwald cosplaying as a TSA officer. But after the whole debacle, you, the American millennial, starving because you can't afford Wolfgang Puck Express at the terminal, at least arrive to your destination at some point today. Or tomorrow if you're flying Spirit Airlines. Sleep tight on those yoga mats, plebes. Amtrak, for the most part, has some quite expensive tickets for its trains, including its sleepers. And even its faster trains like the Acela Express are even more expensive than their overseas counterparts, at the bargain price of only 3 times as expensive and 3 times slower as Japan's Shinkansen.
Bruh.
And that's the problem. At Amtrak's price, you aren't getting much. Now while we're talking about other countries, let's look at their dining options. On the Eurostar, you can go to the dining car or have a lovely full-course meal right at your seat while you sip away from London to Paris in a little more than 2 hours while you sip your Prestige de Calvé Bordeaux. Or get some nice bocadillo de paillette ibérico de cebo in the cafeteria on España's Renfe high-speed train. In glorious Nippon, the Shinkansen are so fast they did away with the dining car 20 years ago because, well, the trains got fast enough, but now you can get delicious ekiben in the station or on the platforms. And drink until your eyes get bleary and you film yourself staring out the window having terrible existential thoughts that nearly 500,000 people saw. Why the hell did I film that clip? You know what? Leave in the comments below. What was the best meal or best drink you ever had on a train? Let me know if it was so good it made you think about your place in this world and having an existential crisis. Actually, the thoughts I really had were how low of a nation we've got. I mean, you know what we don't have in common with any of those countries? You know, the ones we laughed at and make fun of and World of Tanks memes that we saved and defeated back many of those years ago in those world wars. You know what we don't have in common? A modern rail system. Now, that would have been a good segue to World of Tanks if they were our sponsor, but, you know, we don't have any. Maybe it has to do with that, ouch. Getting better at that. So, back to what we were saying. Number one, Amtrak's food kinda sucks. Yes, I did mention the experience a while back was fantastic and it was great to have, but however, some of the routes have some pretty crappy tasting stuff.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
And I'm not just talking about the Pepsi products.
Is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi okay? No! No!
The rest of their entrees are kind of pegged below Burger King quality at fancy Denny's prices. So compared to the rest of the competition, congratulations.
Congratulations. On the worst dish in this competition so far.
Number two, Amtrak still operates like it's in a perpetual time loop in the 70s with some glitches here and there, like the time they were celebrating 40 years when it was time to celebrate 45 years. The AC seems to be fitted with the most advanced AI on the planet. It has a mind of its own. It will shut off when you need it the most. And let's not forget the times we've seen stuff held up with frigging tape.
Bruh. What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich.
So, like golf, Applebee's, cereal, and shopping malls, Amtrak has a lot in common. Bland, cumbersome, and a bad value. The dining cars have prematurely been met with the day of the pillow, and Amtrak may be next. But fear not, Amtrak fans and Amtrak fan, it's not all doom and gloom. Amtrak is trying to get back up to speed. The Acela has recently introduced a new direct service to link DC and New York City faster than before, saving passengers about 30 minutes compared to the regular Acela. The new Avelia train sets are almost ready to see service, and the interiors are tenfold more modern and cleaner than the rest of Amtrak's fleet. For those in the Midwest like myself, an approved federal grant is aiming to improve the rolling stock and the infrastructure. So now we'll get lots of modern trains, lots of modern rail, and lots of more modern service in more places. Lots and lots of trains.
It's lots and lots of trains!
And look, those new dining options on Amtrak now that the dining car is gone, they're not getting dumbed down, right? I mean, look here, they're saving money, and by actually spending more on food, make sense of it as you will. So, really, all of this was nothing to worry about, and Amtrak's got it all under control, right? It just writes itself. Look, I'm trying to be as fair as I can. And you know what? It was that darn Shochu's fault that I had on the Nozomi Express in Japan, and here's why. Whenever you get the blessed opportunity to travel and you go to any other modernized country, it really changes your perspective. And no, Japan's not perfect, the Shinkansen's not perfect, well, perfect safety record. Regardless, whether it's Japan, France, Germany, Italy, and you get to see these amazing transportation systems at work, and the opportunities both for the citizens riding and working on these trains, it fills you with a sense of pride for these people. And we in America had that. We had the best infrastructure systems in the world at one point, and we lost it. It was the pride and joy of that generation, and the next one, well, I know, not all of them. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. So no matter what generation, age, or political leanings, you can learn to get a taste of a modern working rail system by checking out this video in the corner over here. So check that out. That concludes our ride for today. Let your conductor and fellow passengers know what you think about Amtrak's dining debacle in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to the American Rail Club and click that bell so you don't miss the next train when it leaves the station. Upgrade your seat when you join us on Patreon, where I'll post behind the scenes videos and exclusive chats. You can also be able to claim some nice apparel. Thank you for riding. We'll see you on board next time. Here we go. This is how Amtrak fixes things. Oh no, it won't close. It won't close, guys. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. America's Railroad, guys.